to my channel. This is your girl Sean. I'm back for another video. I'm actually here today to do a letter that was sent to me from one of you. If you're brand new to my channel, this is something that I definitely do. This is a long-running series on my channel. I've been doing this for years. I have hundreds and hundreds of letters. You definitely want to check out my Strawberry Letter playlist. But I'm actually a life and dating coach and an author. I've written 3 books. The first one's called The Dating Game: How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code: The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck: How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And if you'd like to work with me one-on-one as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit your letter for a chance to possibly have it featured in an upcoming video, be sure to email me at itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN @gmail.com. This letter is a mess. It is complete and utter foolishness. I have to preface this before I get into the letter because there's a bit to the story. So when I originally received a letter from this particular writer, when I opened it up, girl, it was not one, not 2, but a 3-page Word document. Now, anybody who's been on my channel for a long time know I cannot stand a lengthy letter because I get so many, I don't have the time to read through 3 and 4 pages of letters per each letter. So I was like, okay, guess I'm not going to be doing her letter. But then she sends me a spicy follow-up, and I have to do it. Now, the title of her original letter to me was, "My husband and I both cheated." I'm not gonna lie, I'm not even interested in going back and reading that 3-page Word document. All I need to know is that they both cheated. We're gonna start the story from there. All right, so now without any further ado, let's go get them. Hey, Coach Sean, I hope you're enjoying your holiday. Just wanted to give you a quick follow-up as to what has been going on the last few weeks from my previous letter. As stated before, my husband and I both cheated at the time. He said he was done and that I should move on and find somebody better. Since then, we've been going through the motions. One day he wants me and wants me to stay, and the next day he thinks I should just move on. We have been having sex every day since he came home from his little weekend getaway. The best sex we've ever had, honestly. He stated that we should have been doing this before. I guess he wouldn't have cheated if I had been giving it up. Don't worry, girl, there's so much going on. Why would I get her right here? Anyway, honestly, we've been living together for so long in his mother's home, and it feels like we're roommates instead of a couple. I honestly felt that I wasn't pleasing him in the bedroom, and anything outside the bedroom just wasn't good enough. Even if I did everything that he said and jumped when he said to get to this or to get to that or do this or do that. So since then, he has stated that he will continue to have sex with the other woman, and if I want to stay cool, and if I don't, cool. He said the relationship that he's having with her is just sex, but clearly I know that he has feelings for her because she's the only person that he's dealing with, at least as of right now. He silences his phone and continues to see her at least once a week. I started a new job on the 24th of June, and that week was complete, I'm gonna say heck, because I don't like saying this word, complete heck. Sunday night around 11 a.m., I get up to use the bathroom, and he was fully dressed, talking about he was going for a few hours and he'd be back soon. I acted a complete fool, left the house in my night clothes, no phone, no purse, no underclothes, followed him around until he came back home. We did this in front of my son and his mother. I felt so bad for my actions, but I was fighting for my marriage and my dignity at that point. He went back home, and I got fully dressed, and I waited for him to leave because anywhere that he was going, I was going. I was prepared for anything that would happen. Around 2 a.m., I left the house to clear my head, just driving around, and then I parked on my street in the dark just in case he decided that he would leave again. I would follow him again. Needless to say, he didn't leave, and around 3 a.m., he kept calling me, telling me to come home and not to give up on him. Of course, we had sex again. Recently, I have put a tracker on both our cars, and last Friday he went to a hotel with her while I was at work. He didn't get home till around 9 p.m., which by that time I was dressed to kill because I was going out, had taken my ring off and everything. We went to dinner like everything was okay, and then I dropped him off home and I drove off. However, I turned around because I know in my heart I'm not ready to move on. On the way home, he texted me to be safe and whatever I was doing to make sure that it was a good choice. I told him when I move on, I want to be out of his mom's house and have a divorce because I can't get involved with anyone else because I don't want to be halfway in and halfway out. So recently he has put up a 3-year plan of me saving my checks up, and in these 3 years he will leave the country, which all sounds good, but it feels as if I'm holding on to him until he moves on. The other day, Tuesday, she kept FaceTiming him, and I was able to capture the number, and I told him I want to talk to her and see what she really expects from my husband because it's clear to me that he doesn't want to leave me or her alone. I I told him I feel like a side chick at this point and not his wife. I'm asking questions that a side chick would ask. He keeps telling me that it's complicated, but how can it be complicated when I'm the wife and she's some random that you're dealing with? He doesn't want me to leave, but he also doesn't want to let her go either, and I know that he has feelings for her. Are you ready for the kicker? The kicker? Girl, this whole thing is the kicker. Okay, so Wednesday I went and got a tattoo of my friend's anniversary and our wedding anniversary, not knowing whether he would pick me or not. I'm gonna summarize it from here. So anyway, without knowing whether her husband will choose the other woman or her, this woman decides, the writer decides, to tattoo her husband's name on her body in hopes of increasing her chances to actually get her husband to stay. So the writer says, I believe they've been married for 20 years and they've been married for about 13. She says she doesn't want anything to make her look like a fool. There is so much that I want to talk about in this letter, so I'm going to jump right into it. At the end of your letter, you said that you don't want to end up looking like a fool. Okay, I'm going to try to be as polite as I possibly can, but honey, he already has you out here looking a fool. You putting trackers under his car. You running outside in your night clothes, no underclothes, no shoes or nothing, Jesus. You doing all of this. You following him to hotels. You're tattooing his name on you while he decides whether or not he's going to choose you or not. You're allowing this man to make you save up 3 years of your paycheck while he makes sure that you're really serious about being together, and you're still sleeping with him while he's sleeping with her. Girl, all of it has you looking like a fool, married or not. None of this is dignified. None of this is classy. This is not what one looks like when they're trying to save their marriage. Saving your marriage means the other person is also in it with you and you're doing it together. You can't do that with a whole other person in his life. He's able to have his cake and eat it too. That's why he's talking about, I'm going to continue having sex with her. You can stay if you want. You can leave if you want. That doesn't sound like somebody who's fighting for a marriage. And you sleeping with him while he's also sleeping with her is not you fighting for a marriage. All it's doing is putting your health at risk. Because you don't know what he's doing with her. You don't know where she's been, who she's been with. I feel like your husband has checked out of the relationship. He doesn't seem like he has the courage or the guts to actually end it. So he's kind of halfway in and halfway out. Like he said, you can stay or you can go, but I'm going to keep doing what I want to do. That's not a marriage. And you're sitting around here waiting to be chosen. He's giving you some 3-year timetable, telling you if you save all of your money, all your paychecks for 3 years, then he'll know if you're really serious. He wants your money. He wants your body. He wants your dignity. He wants anything that you're willing to give. He cheated and you both cheated. The marriage is over, in my opinion. If I were you, I would try to get out while I can, get my dignity and my self-respect while I still have some left, and get out of this situation. I definitely recommend that you pray about it and you ask God to give you wisdom and knowledge and understanding to know what's best to do for your marriage. But this isn't it. You're never going to be able to watch him enough. Like you said, you were willing to chase him all through the night with the tracking device. You were in your car in your robe, ready to follow him wherever he goes. And what did he do? Cheated when you were at work during the day. Because if a man really wants to cheat, he will cheat. Whether it's a lunch break, coffee break, whether you just ran to the store real quick, whether it's a neighbor, if a man wants to cheat, he'll cheat. My point is, you'll never be able to watch him enough, tracking device or not, to know when he's going to do something. You're not going to be able to do that. And he's not hiding it. Your husband has absolutely no respect for you. To be able to tell you, I'm going to keep sleeping with her, but if you want to stay, you stay. If you go, you go. That means he doesn't care. You can't be fighting for a marriage when the other person doesn't care. He's telling you that it's just sex with the other person. Well, then just cut it off. He can't, because he does care for that person. Because this little separation has allowed him to have feelings for her. And he feels like he's justified in all that because you cheated. And he's going to use that and use that and use that as an excuse to do anything and everything that he ever wanted to do. All that did was make the marriage an open marriage, in his opinion. This man is making a fool out of you, but what's worse, you're making a fool out of yourself. Because I'll be doggone if I'm out here in a robe with no panties on in the middle of the night trying to track down my man, hoping that he doesn't go to another woman's place. And he's not hiding. He just don't want me to go with him. You're talking about you want to meet her. To tell her what? He's your husband. It's not up to you to end that with her and be like, leave my man alone. You know he's my husband. That's not up to you. It's never cute. It's never classy. It's never right when you have to tell another woman to leave your man alone. You are jeopardizing your health and your self-esteem and possibly even your freedom doing all of this. I mean, you're at the point where you're stalking now. You're stalking. None of this is healthy. None of this looks like what it looks like when two people are trying to save a marriage. This isn't therapy. This isn't couples counseling. This isn't going to church together. This isn't praying. This isn't any of those things. How is this you fighting for your marriage? Fighting for your marriage is two people both interested in it working out, both interested in trying. Not one person saying, I'm gonna still do what I want to do, but if you want to stay, that's not what working together to save a marriage looks like. This is one person trying to save a relationship all by herself, and it can't be done. If it's not two of you all in, it will never work. And as long as your husband is still entertaining her and everybody else, it will never work. I don't know what you think it looks like close up, but from the outside looking in, he's got you out here looking crazy. He's got you out here in the middle of the night with pajamas on and no underwear, being a bootleg detective, putting tracking devices under his car and stalking him, and you're not leaving. Wherever you go, I'ma go, and you'll never be able to watch him enough to keep him from cheating. If he wants to cheat, he will. And now that Pandora's box has been opened, it's impossible to close. He loves this lifestyle. He's not gonna go back. As long as you're gonna keep giving him your body and your time and going through the fake wife motions and all of that, but still allowing him to do what he wants to do, he's gonna want it that way. This whole 3-year timetable for what? I wouldn't give him my money, I wouldn't give him my body, and I wouldn't give him my time. Whether or not you messed up by cheating on him is irrelevant at this point. You both have hurt each other at this point. As long as you allow your husband to disrespect you by maintaining another relationship, he will continue to do so. All this is doing is messing with your self-esteem, your sanity. It's got you out here looking crazy in front of your son. At some point, instead of sitting around and waiting for him to choose you, why don't you choose you and free yourself from this? All right, that's pretty much it. Hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Be sure to thumbs up if you did. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on life and love, consider purchasing one of my books. As I said, I've written 3. The first one's called The Dating Game, How to Find Yourself While Looking for Mr. Right. My second book, Breaking the Man Code, The Key to Unlocking His Heart. And my third book, Getting Unstuck, How to Create the Life You've Always Wanted to Live. They're all available on Amazon, Kindle, BarnesandNoble.com. And I'll be sure to link every single one of my books below so you guys can check them out. And if you want to work with me one-on-one as your personal life and dating coach, or if you'd like to submit your letter for a chance to have it featured in an upcoming video, be sure to send me an email to itscoachshawn@gmail.com. That's itscoachshawn, SHAWN, @gmail.com. Be sure to go ahead and subscribe because you know you enjoyed it. You know you enjoyed it. And also watch my last strawberry letter right here. Till next time, later divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.